Are you considering liquid fertilizer for your golf course lawn? If so, you found the right video. Coming up, I cover the equipment you'll need, how to mix it, and I'll give you my recommendations around application to ensure that you get the best result. Let's get into it. Hey YouTube, welcome to season 5 of Project Golf Course Lawn. Today, I'm going to cover the benefits of liquid fertilizer and how to apply them. I'm also going to show you guys some of the tips that I like to use for getting the best results. So, why would you even want to use a liquid fertilizer? Let's start with that. Compared to granules, liquid fertilizer has the benefit of being absorbed very, very quickly by the turf. So you put it down and literally a day or two, you're going to start seeing the results from it. It's a really good way to get micronutrients, so things like magnesium and iron into the turf really quickly. So those are just some of the benefits. Now the downsides are that it doesn't last as long. A lot of liquid fertilizers recommend that you apply them monthly or as needed, depending on the lawn. And you really have to be careful how you apply it because it's an instant hit to the lawn. So it's one of those situations where you absolutely want to follow the manufacturer's recommendations as far as a label. So the product I'm going to be applying today is from Brandt. It's called Super Green. So Brandt Super Green, I really like this because it's about 12% nitrogen, contains 0.5% magnesium, 4% sulphur, and then here's the magic. This guy has 5% iron in it. So you guys know, if you've seen my Milorganite videos, if you've not seen that, check here. My videos on Milorganite, one of the biggest things that I like about that particular fertilizer, in addition to being slow release, is the iron. Because it's the iron in the product that gives you that really deep green in the lawn. Milorganite has, I think, 2.5% iron in it. This is 5%. This is twice the amount, and it's going to hit the lawn right away. So that's a really, really big benefit. So overall, I've used this product several times in the past. So last year, it was my first time using this particular product called Brandt Super Green. You can try other ones, but this one I found works really well. Now, as far as application goes, you're going to want to mix this at about anywhere between 3 to 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet. The manufacturer recommends at least 3 gallons of water. What I'm using here to apply it today is a Chapin, my backpack sprayer. That's got 4 gallons in it. So I'm going to be applying somewhere in that range between 3 to 6 ounces. I'm going to go for 5 ounces. That's what I typically put down because I have other product on the lawn. I put down Milorganite in the past as well as some Proscape. So I don't really need to overdo it as far as going too heavy on as far as like the nitrogen hit that the lawn gets. Really, I'm after this for the iron and the other micronutrients that I'm going to be putting into the lawn. So some of the equipment you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to need your product. I recommend Brandt Super Green. It's worked really well for me. You can find this at some of the online retailers as well as where like golf course supply places. You probably won't get this at Home Depot, so you're going to have to go to like a specialty lawn care place in order to find this. Some other things you're going to need are a mixing cup. This one is one that the shop that I got this from gave to me, and I've got this marked off. If you look here, I've got this guy measured off for 5 ounces. So I'm going to be filling the product up to that 5 ounce point and then putting it into my my backpack sprayer. So regardless of which measuring cup you get, if you have access to a scale, I recommend that you put this on it, center the scale, and then pour just water into it just to ensure that the lines measure up to what your product you're trying to apply, because different products have different density rates. So you want to ensure that the measuring tool you're using is calibrated properly. And then lastly, you're gonna need some safety glasses. Remember, we're applying a liquid product. It's a little bit windy today, so you want to keep this stuff out of your eyes if at all possible. So some safety glasses. You can get this at Home Depot, Amazon, whatever. If you don't have a set of these, you really should have some. Really important. So measuring a cup. Some kind of way to put it down. I really like this, the Chapin backpack sprayer, and then obviously the product. So, the way I apply this, once I put them all together, I tend to fill the sprayer up about halfway with water, and then I'll apply the product, mix it, throw it on my back, and I'll start applying it. So you guys can actually watch me do that now. I'll talk you guys through it. Oh, I guess one other thing. The tip that I'm using on this, one thing that's another reason to get this particular sprayer is that the red tip, the tip that it comes with the sprayer, is great for applying this product. I've used the standard tip for applying this micronutrient, this liquid fertilizer, as well as a plant growth regulator. So with this particular backpack sprayer, you don't need anything else. You're good to go with just that. All right, so I'll get into it now. Let me grab my hose. And I'll start filling this guy. Okay, so one important tip. You never want to apply this stuff or do this mixing on the grass, because if you spill it, you're going to burn the lawn really badly. So I'm going to move the sprayer over here to the patio. Let me go grab the actual product. And I like to mix it up, so give it a good shake. And again, I'm doing 5 ounces of it. So I will open this up. And we'll pour till we get to 5 ounces. The nice thing about this product too is that it doesn't, it isn't as prone to staining as some other products that have iron. So you see I nailed it. We got about 5 ounces of product in there. I'm going to add that, like so. Recap. And let's finish filling it. Walk back out here with it. I'm actually gonna put my safety glasses on because I've got actually product in there now. And if when I'm filling it, I don't want it to splash into my eyes. I'm gonna rinse this out. There we go. Finish filling it up. All right, all full. So our next thing is to get the hose out of the way because we're going to be spraying this area. Let's pull this back. Throw the cover on and we'll get going. So a tip, this thing's going to be heavy. So it's 4 ounces, 4 ounces, that'd be nice, 4 gallons of water. So now we'll take it and shake it up. And if you're like me, you have access to a table in your lawn. So set this down. We'll give this a good shake. Turn the sprayer on. And we'll apply it. So having something that's around the height of which you're gonna, which allows you to take the weight of having to pick this up, is really useful. So I'm just gonna dip down, 1, 2, and up. All right. So when it comes to applying, remember, it's 1,000. The application rate is 1,000. It's 3 to 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So you want to measure off your lawn and also know, I guess, based on how fast you walk, if you're covering 1,000 square feet. So you don't want to under-apply. You definitely don't want to over-apply this. Under-applying is better than over-applying. So I'll start in this area here so you can see what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk nice and slow and just make even sweeps back and forth. So there we go. So the spreader's going. So I'll start here. I'll just walk back towards you guys. So I can see that kind of line of where my patio is. I'll start with a trim pass along. Let's get this hose out of the way more. All right, here's my trim pass. And then we'll just go back and forth, nice and smooth, nice and easy, just like this. And again, you want to overlap a little bit. So this is why I don't mix the product at full rate, because I want a little bit of overlap to ensure that I'm getting good coverage. Like what you guys are seeing there. So I come back and then just a nice smooth pass. Ideally, you want to do this on days when it's not too windy, so you don't have the product blowing all over the place. Kind of like that. Back and forth, back and forth. Doesn't take very much. Awesome. Now you can watch me do the rest of the lawn. So that's just covering 1,000 square feet, YouTube. So I'm not going to show you guys the video of doing the entire lawn, because you kind of get an idea. So one thing you'll notice is that when I showed you guys this one area here over here on this side, just to show you like how my wanding technique. But because at one point I measured out 1,000 square feet and I know how much product I want to put down, I'll make my pass. You saw I just made a very methodical, slow pass, and then once I got to the end of the point where I know is 1,000 square feet, which is where that you see that, like I don't know what the kind of plant that is, but the maroon looking plant. This area over here that you guys can't see on video, out to there, is 1,000 square feet. So once I reach that, I just start making passes coming back to ensure that I'm putting down the product at that rate. So I'm covering it at the rate that's recommended by the manufacturer. So all I'm going to do now is just rinse and repeat. You guys saw the process. Put 3 to 6 ounces of the product, along with filling up with 4 gallons of water. Mix it up, and you're good to go. So make sure you use safety, good eye protection, because again, this stuff, especially if you're doing it on a day when it's a little windy out, this stuff can get in your eyes, and you really don't want that. So I hope you guys found this useful. If you guys have any questions, or if there's some other fertilizer you guys are using, I mean, I like Brandt Super Green, but if there's something else that you like to use more, let me know. Leave me a comment below. I'm always out to try out new products. I've had really good success with this one, especially because of the iron that's in it. As far as places where you can get this, I'll put a link in the description to the location of where I get it. I think they do ship anywhere in the continental United States, so you can just reach out to them, and they should be able to help you guys out with it. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment. I really am trying to grow the channel, so anytime you guys subscribe or throw me a like, it just encourages me to keep making videos, and it's a great way to support the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.